This is Boz with, of course, Boz Cigar Reviews. Glad to have you back. Dog's running around. Happy Tuesday Day. Got my Blantons. Got to show this thing off again because it's so cool. It's got one of the coolest bottles in the industry, and it is good stuff, man. I'm kind of mixing and matching and trying different things. My wife got me that one. She says, let's try that one. Holy smokes. It's some good stuff. So, don't have my GG glass, but here's the GG. I know I got ice in it, but it was hotter than hell out here today. Today's a special kind of a day. Ed Ryan with Miami Tobacco and Cigar passed this on to me. He says, you got to try it. The way that tobacco is aged and processed is totally unique. It's one of the oldest aging processes. It is the La Aurora ADN, which is Spanish for DNA. It's a 5 3/4 by 54 Toro. This thing is super cool. Go on their website and check it out, how they process and age this, and they wrap it and stuff. Oh my God, it is so friggin' cool. It's a ton of work. It's the oldest way they've ever done it, and I'm looking forward to this because he said it's a unique experience, and I kind of like unique. I'm unique. If you hadn't noticed, I'm going to point that out. Unique. So I'm going to give her a go. I'm going to give it the old sniff test. Oh, it's got a nice, it's tobacco. It smells like tobacco. But it's kind of almost like a sweet, you know, everything's kind of chocolatey or mocha-ish with me. But this has kind of got just a hint of chocolate to it. But it smells sweet. I have a sweet, almost a nuttiness to it. Not many cigars have that. Maybe it's got to do with the aging process and the way that they wrap this up. It's called the yaguas. The way that they wrap it up, tie it up. Go check it out on the La Aurora website. It is so cool. Never seen anything like it, and it's the oldest way to do it. And they're doing it. It's hard to do it, and it's expensive to do it, and it takes a long time, but they're doing it to bring this to you. The wrapper on this, as I said before, is kind of rustic. There's a lot of veins in it. Check that out. Let me get this back. It's pretty veiny, which is pretty cool. I like kind of the rustic, rough, rugged, yeah, I know, kind of a thing in a cigar. It just gives it character to me. That's why I'm full of character, because I've got all those things going. Doesn't look like it's super tightly packed, but it's not soft by any means. It's got some give. If you kind of tilt it a little bit in the light, which I have some light, but it's behind the clouds, it's really kind of cool looking. It's wrapped very well. It's done very well. It's capped very well. Label's super patriotic for the Dominican Republic, which is cool. It's got a Dominican binder, the African Cameroon, or it's got the Dominican wrapper, I'm sorry, African Cameroon binder, and it's got the Nicaraguan, the Dominican, and Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers in it. So really looking forward to this. So let's give it a little bit of a snip. A hint on these, any of the cutters. I had it in my pocket, and my keys got in it. Just wandering around one day, and it kind of got dinged up. Luckily, there's a lifetime warranty on the Lotus, so I'm going to go get a new one. But it does kind of tear my cigars up a little bit, so if it does it again, it's not the cigar fault. It's my fault. I don't put my keys or change in with these anymore. I carry it around in my pocket all the time. Don't do that, because it does ding it up. There's a couple of chips in it, so be careful with that. Just a tip from Boz to you guys carrying this. Let's see if it does it right. Did it good, but I'm careful until I get a new one. They're out. Do the cold draw. Got some spice to it in the cold draw. Kind of sweet. Again, kind of that nuttiness. I'm really digging this so far. It's a little tight, on the cold draw, even though I've got to sit down pretty good. It's a little tight, but so far, so good. Let's give it a toasting. This thing, I could start a campfire with this from like 3 blocks away. And that's on low. So I'm going to actually go get another one. This is a great lighter. Like I said, I could start my campfire from 3 blocks away. So, but for cigars, I kind of get it zoomed in a little bit. So I'm thinking about getting another one. Any suggestions? Cool, I'll give it a shot. You know it's coming. It's fired up. This is a big old cigar. I got to do that again. First draw is nice. Spicy. Got a little bit of pepper. It's eased up on the draw a little bit. And it's still a tight draw. It's got some decent smoke. It's don't have any breeze out here tonight. It's got some decent smoke, but it's spicy. And it's got some pepper to it also. Let me check that retro hell. I'm trying to zero in on this the best that I can. This is the first time trying the La Aurora line, so it's really different in a good way. Spicy. Not really any woodiness or earthiness or like that, but it's got a nuttiness to it. Kind of like me. That's it right there, nutty. Fruitiness has kind of gone away from the sniff test and the cold draw. It's not really there. We'll see how it works out as it heats up and things kick in. So far, I'm really liking it. It's totally different than anything else. Again, go on the La Aurora site and check out the ADN Dominican. It's Spanish for DNA, but I think it's a DNA of the country. These tobaccos are pressed and cured in a way that I haven't heard anybody else doing it that way, which shows in the cigar. It's really unique. I haven't had one. I really like it, and like I said, if I'm bottom line honest, if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you. But so far, as the dogs go nuts, I am liking it. It's so different. It's hard to pinpoint all those flavors. It's just down that far, and it's already gotten kind of complex. It's a warm draw, not my favorite. Like I've said 10 bazillion times, I like a cooler draw. It is a warm draw. Maybe it's just because it's not packed as tightly. It's not soft. It's not mushy. It's nothing like that. It's an easier draw, so the heat comes through quicker, which will make it kind of unique also, because then the tobaccos heat up and all the flavors change and it gets into different notes. I say it's not for the beginner. I wouldn't recommend this at this point anyway. Not for the beginner. Like if you say, hey, I want to get back into cigars, stuff like that. I wouldn't say, hey, start off with this one, because it is pretty robust, rugged, rustic, and the robust. It is robust. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like a super full body or anything like that, but it's up there. Well, it's full body, but it's not bold. I changed that. It's full body, but it's not super bold. It's not like, whoa, like some of the other ones that I've smoked. Go back and check them in my other reviews. Speaking of reviews, I appreciate the support and the feedback. I'm going to start having here very soon, maybe the next review, I'm going to start having some coupons. Not coupons, but discounts. You know, if you like it, if you let me know, I'm going to build up some business with some places. Cigar Cave. Bedford and Grants Pass. Check out the Cigar Lounge over there in Grants Pass. Super cool place. Great place. Kick back there. Just hang out with the guys, girls, stuff like that. They got a restaurant and brewery and stuff next door. You can pick up whatever you want. It's like a one-stop cigar shop, eatery, and beverage place. Super cool. Got some niche. Mosquitoes are actually starting to come out because, damn it, it's getting hot. It was like cooking today, and then it rained and it cooked. I would point out too, this has some Pennsylvania wrappers in, or Pennsylvania fillers in it too. So it's kind of got all the world kind of tucked into one. It's burning nice. It doesn't burn, so far super even, but it is a rugged, rustic cigar. And the way that they cure the tobacco and they press it and stuff like that, it's all hand done. So far, I'm really digging it. If I wasn't, I would tell you that. Thanks, Ed Ryan, for pointing out a super good cigar. As always, he's a man. If you ever get the chance to talk to him, he is a wealth of information. All the guys that I talk to usually are. Pedro Gomez, Cigar Cave, stuff like that. But Ed Ryan, he knows his stuff. He knows his tobaccos. He knows everything about them, how they're done, how they're cured, how they're processed. Ask him a question, and you better take notes, because he's going to fill your head full of a ton of cool, interesting stuff. So I'm going to get into this first third with my Blantons. Again, price points, everything that you've earned in life, sometimes you got to earn it. If you don't earn it, it's not as good. But if you do earn it, it's even better. So I'll be back here in a few minutes as I scroll over to the pause button. I'm back with Boss Cigar Reviews. Ooh, Isha's in the house. Hi, you're such a good girl. Yeah. Show your teeth. Yeah, don't get between me and her if she doesn't like you. Just saying. Super cool dog, really mellow, quiet. But if something ain't right, she'll get between us and do the German Shepherd thing. Finished the first third, just starting the second third. It's again not for the beginner. It's got a pretty good kick to it, nicotine kind of a kick. It's probably due to the process and stuff like that, how they age this and they wrap it. Again, go to the La Aurora website and check out how they do these ADNs, Spanish for DNA. It is, I can't say enough, it is like the coolest thing. I mean, there's a lot of labor and a lot of hands-on on this to make this cigar. So they're bringing you a cigar using an ancient way of curing and aging tobacco. It shows, and it shows to me as you smoke it. The retrohale is pretty spicy. It's not. It doesn't have a lot of pepper or anything like that. And I got to keep on it, keep it going. As I learned during the break, I had to kind of light it up a little bit. Simple. And it's look at that. It's burning well. The breeze is picked up around here. Not bad. It's not like super windy like the other day. It's a great cigar. I really like it. I really do like it. It's gotten kind of as I'm getting into the second, third, it's picked up a little bit of more of a smoky flavor. Haven't quite pinpointed it yet. And it's just so different because it's created using a totally different way of doing things. And Ed Ryan with the Miami Cigar and Tobacco Company really hooked me up. He said it's a special cigar. Try it out, see how you like it. I like it. Don't just say I haven't smoked cigars in 5 years and light one up, because it is bold. It's got a kick. It's not too peppery, but it's super spicy, especially the retrohale. A spicy retrohale. It's a warm draw, which isn't bad. A lot of people like warm, cold. I prefer the cold draws, but it's a warm draw, but it's not bad at all as it heats up. It's picking up a lot of different notes. The fruitiness is still there a little bit. It's not fruity, but like a dried fruit. You know, you could eat a peach or you can eat apricot and it's pretty sweet, but once they're dried, they just kind of have that totally different flavor than they do when they're ripe. This is kind of like this. It's got that aged taste to it. I'm not as jovial as normal. Kind of had my word of it as a pissed offedness day. I might get into that a little bit. If you make a deal with somebody, just kind of stick to it. Kind of simple. Went to look at a truck. Drove 6 hours with a friend of mine. Thanks for going with me. 6 hours there, 6 hours back. The guy didn't have the paperwork. He did kinda, but he didn't kinda. And you never buy something in a different state that you know, just if you're selling something, have your paperwork. I'm just saying, you know. So it's kind of an expensive trip to go up there and back, and meals you got to eat, and just, you know, stick to what you say. Things happen, but try. Super easy draw. It's burning exceptionally well. Check it out. As you can see, the wrapper is staying intact. There's no splits. It's super rustic. A lot of cool veins. This, you know, after you take a draw, there's a lot of smoke. But once you let it sit for like a minute, it's like you're looking at it. Is that thing still lit? You take a draw and it's still lit. I tried a cigar yesterday and then cut it, finished it off today. That sucker poured the smoke. I'm going to do a review on that next. And that thing, it was smoking. Even when it was out, I think it was still smoking. But oh, it was really good. So I'll do that one coming up. Here's to all my good friends out there that I pass some good cigars on to. I'm going to get into the second, third, which I am now. Still spicy on the retrohale. It's picking up different notes. It's kind of hard to pinpoint it. I'm going to try for you after the next break. I'm going to try. You know, the bottom line is I just haven't put a name to it yet. And, you know, little dogs. Hi, you want to come up? There, she's coming up. That's Hera. You've seen her before. Luna's in the house, but she's over there laying down like a bulldog, like a frog. It's kind of weird looking. And she's whining. I know, it's horrible. The other dog's in my lap, so now she's going to start whining. Well, you had a chance. So I'm going to have some more of my Blantons. Here's the Gigi. Go to my Facebook, Boz Cigar Reviews. I'm going to put on there a little live thing here in a few minutes during the break, actually, and show you what my wife's doing. Tasha over there on the sculpture with clay. It just, I'm looking at it, and it's just, I don't get how people do that. You know, like, I can't draw stick people. They look funny even if it's a stick person. And when people's minds work that way, and they can look at something, and they can look at a model, and they just kind of make something out of it, I don't get it. I don't have that artistic ability. I could fix anything. I could make anything run better. I could, well, in my mind, it's running better anyway. You know, being an engineer and of all kinds, and it just blows me away. So I'm going to do some more of this. I sip my Blantons slowly because it's a high end, and oh, it's good. Go check them out, Blantons. It's the original single barrel whiskey. Go check them out, because man, this is good with any cigar. I'll be back in a few. Kind of my wisdom of the day, and you know, we'll go from there. And we got some surprises coming up, so stay tuned. I appreciate it. All the nice things you say. Even some people that say, "Well, I don't like it," that's fine, because I'm going to do this anyway. And that's how I roll, baby. Because I earned it. And I don't lose sleep at night sometimes. I'll be back in a few. Thanks. Hello, Boss Cigar Reviews. I had to take the label off. It's a big label right here. The Aurora. Let me do this for some justice. The Aurora ADN DNA cigar. It's a Toro 5 3/4 by 54. It's a big stick. Like I said, not for the beginner. I'm enjoying it. I'm really digging it. Giving this one 2 crooked thumbs up. Thanks, Ed Ryan and the Miami Cigar and Tobacco Company. He turned me on to the La Auroras. I've got several of them in review. And a big shout out to Rodney, the man. He's over at Cigar Cave over in Grants Pass. The guy knows his stuff. He turned me on to a couple of cigars when I tried today. I'm going to do a review on one. Thanks, Rodney. You're the man. He knows his stuff. Ask him questions. Again, ask questions. That's all it's about. He knows what I like. He said, hey, try this one and this one and this one. I bought them all. I just kind of walk out of the big old stack of sticks. I like that stack of sticks. Go buy a stack of sticks at the Cigar Cave, Medford and Grants Pass. Check them out. This is a really, really good cigar. I'm liking it. It's bold. It's got a kick. It's got some spice. Retrohale is still spicy, but it's not peppery. The first third into the second third was a little bit of pepper, not bad. It's still a warm draw, but it's still firm. It's sticking in. You know, it's not getting mushy or anything like that. So here's the story of the day. It's kind of some wisdom too. My dad and I went to visit some elderly folks, and there was another guy there that I was talking to. My dad, he's all about the women, like I've said before. He says, I think these women are fighting over me. I'm going, you go, you know. It's good to have the women, you know, slapping each other's hands. And I know I want to talk to him. So he was all kinds of happy. You know, he's got severe dementia, and he told me something today that makes a lot of sense to me. And I have no doubt it works. Here's the dad. I still have him around. His health is good. His mind kind of dipping. Like I said, I've gotten to know him in a lot of respect there. So to Dad, he said, you know, because he forgets a lot of things. He says, you know how I remember the important things? I said, I explain it because I'm going to be there someday. He says, remember the moments. He could rattle off all these moments that meant something to him in his life. Things that I would have never remembered or anything like that, because to me they're inconsequential. They're just minute. But to him, at this stage, they're extremely important. So always pick their brains. It's good for them, and it's good for us as a whole. The world thing. It says, I try to live in the moment as it's happening. And then I can remember it. So he's talking about all these things that he remembers. That kind of surprised me from when I was a kid to even last week, you know, when we went over there and visited some folks. And he's just, it's pretty incredible to watch the brain work. You can kind of see the things firing off. And I really enjoyed it because I hear new things and new stories. Some of the stories are, you know, I don't know if they really happened or not, but they did to him, and that's important. You know, if one of your elderly parents or grandparents says, you know, I remember when, and they tell this thing that, you know, it's, you know, kind of, you know, happened, just go with it. It's real to them. Make it real to you. That's what's important. I've learned that. I'm learning every day with him. What's important to him should be and is important to me, and it didn't used to be that way. That's my wisdom of the day, is listen and enjoy while you can. So thanks, Dad, for all that wisdom of the day. Even today, in me and you and the people watching, try to impart into your brain something that happened this day that's important. And then it'll always be there because I see it. I see it with my dad. It's important to him. All the little stuff, maybe not so important, but the things in his mind that are important, I'm making important. I'm kind of rambling on, but seeing that and living it with him has taught me, go with it. I'm not going to say, Dad, that didn't happen, because it did in his mind. It happened. It's important. Make it important to you. And remember his memories. Remember their memories. I'm making it about me right now, but everybody remember all of those things, please. Because we all got to go sometime, right? You got to go, you got to go, I got to go. We all go sometime. And I hope that I can impart some of that into other people. They'll remember it, and I'll remember doing it. And I'm living it right now. My dad's living it. So don't forget that. It's important to both of us and to all of us. Okay? I'm going to finish this thing off. I'm enjoying it. Get down to Cigar Cave or wherever you go. I like Cigar Cave because they're extremely intelligent. They're bright. They know their sticks. They know their cigars. If you tell them what they like, they'll point stuff out. Hey, try this and try this. They've never, ever, ever led me wrong. So wherever you go, talk to them. I say it all the time. Because once you get a bad cigar because you didn't ask questions, whose fault is it? Look in the mirror. Yeah, it was my fault if I didn't ask the questions. It's your fault if you didn't ask the questions. So just do it. Don't be, oh, I don't need to ask any questions. It's a guy thing. It is. You know, I don't need to ask questions. I can have all these parts left over and it's going to run fine. It will for a while, maybe. But then something falls apart and you go, Jesus, I should have asked some questions. And that is what it is. Ask the questions. I'm going to finish this off. Got my Blantons, which I am sipping ever so slowly because it's really good stuff. Save up a couple of bucks because you earned it. We all earned it. And I'm going to be changing up some things here shortly. Going to be somebody that's going to be watching somebody do some cigar reviews. It's beautiful. I love her. And she's a lot more fun than I am. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to finish this off. Finish off my Blantons. Then on to the next cigar review. I'm trying to cut back. It was like 3 cigars a day. I'm like at 1.5. Sometimes you just gotta have a cigar. Like yesterday, I was kind of pissed off in this. I'd just stop and have a cigar. I had to pull over. A friend of mine, thanks for going. I really appreciate that. You know, he kind of imparted his own words of wisdom to me. Thanks so much. And, you know, calm me down. And, you know, because we all get pissed and we need somebody there to kind of knock us down a little bit of a notch at what's important in life. He did it for me. Hopefully I can do it for you too. And do it for each other. So, La Aurora ADN, please check it out. Please go get one. Again, the label. You can't miss it. Can't miss it. Dominican Republic. Great cigar. Check out their website, the La Aurora website. It's incredible how they make these things. It's fantastic. I'm going to watch it again, in fact, because it was just so cool. So, until next time, until the next review, have fun, enjoy yourself, drink responsibly, smoke responsibly, but do it. Because we all earned it. The world. I might try to patent that. The world. And respect your elders, even if you don't want to. Pick their brain. It's important. So I'll see you again next time. Oh, hey. Luna. Luna's in the house. Hi. Oh, she's gonna tear some stuff up. Oh, she made an appearance. See, what happened was the poodle Hera was up here. Now she's all, Jesus, I gotta get some camera time. Oh, you're such a good girl. Pups are going to be available, I don't know, a few months. Her bloodline is like, hey, super straight, super pure. Not going to be cheap. Save up your money. Might have to bypass a couple of cigars, a couple of coffees, and maybe some of the high-end stuff. She's worth it. And you're worth it because she earned it, I earned it, you earned it. So I'm going to cut it short at that. Have a great day, have a good night, and thank you so much for all your support. Until next time, happy smoking, happy beveraging, and happy days. See ya.